Alright, this is going to be a real quick review of my Field Stream Shadowcaster kayak. I haven't really done too much to it, but I've added a few add-ons that would make this thing a lot more fun to fish out of. I mean, there's a ton of reviews on these things on YouTube. You should do a quick search, but you know, you've got a handle here on the front as well as on the back. Moving around, you got a hatch here. My only really complaint about this hatch is that it's open all the way through the back, so stuff can slide and go, but I really don't put anything here that the small are gonna, you know, go to the back. Just my life preserver and a pair of water shoes. Space is limited in my garage because I've got a John boat you can see out there. So I installed a hoist on my ceiling. I had to go through this load bearing column to get to the other side, but it works good. The capacity is 100 pounds, and the Shadowcaster, I believe, is right at 95 pounds, so no issue at all. This is the first add-on that I made or installed. It's an X-Wing console. There's another video on YouTube, which I'll also link to as well, where one dude put this on his Field and Stream, and I just followed his instructions. But basically, you take your original gear track off that came with the Shadowcaster, and you just cut it off. Ours originally went all the way back out here, so I just chopped it off there. And then the X-Wing comes with its own gear track, so I just measured where exactly I wanted it to go and installed it there. I used the existing screw holes. I did add an additional one right there just for added stability, but this thing's a tank. I mean, it's not going anywhere. Great thing about this is it really is a blank canvas. You can install and put anything you want to on this thing. What I'm going to use it for is I'm going to put a 12-volt battery. There's a little access hatch right there that you just turn to put a little 12-volt battery in. But what I'm going to do is mount my tablet there. I've got a deeper Fishfinder over here off to the side, and I'm just going to have that tablet sync Bluetooth or Wi-Fi to the deeper, and that'll be my fishing console. Little accessory tray here. I'm probably going to put a rod holder, maybe a set of Bluetooth speakers, something else up here, and just maybe like a electrical switch, but I'll add another video later when I do all that kind of stuff for whatever I decide to add to this thing. I got a RAM mount cell phone holder, just goes like that, and you put your phone in it and it locks into place. Works great for my phone. I've got the Galaxy S9. These are little foot pedals. They're nice because you can adjust it and put your lock them into place wherever you want your feet to rest. I've got a little gear cleat from Yak Attack. You just loosen it up here, and you can move that cleat wherever down and up and down the track you want it to go. Over on this side, I've got another Yak Attack cup holder. Handles on both sides. One thing I love about the Shadowcaster is you can raise your seat up to sit like an extra 6 inches higher. You also have the ability to flip the seat completely up if you want to stand and fish. I don't really ever use that function, but it's there if you want it. You've got little bungees here for your paddles on both sides. I'm probably not going to do anything back here. I've seen some guys with the milk crates and whatnot, but I've got a Yeti cooler that fits perfectly back there. So really no need for me to do anything. Got the 2 rod holders, a little bungee here to secure to your rods. So you got a little access port to dump water if you take water on. I did put a trolley system, an anchor trolley line here on the side, which is one reason why I put that cleat right there, so I can put my anchor and position myself, you know, depending on the current. I fish in the Chattahoochee a lot with this down here in Georgia, so anchor placement's pretty crucial. Like I mentioned before, I've got the deeper Fishfinder Sonar. This is the mount that you can buy for it. What I like about this is this will move with the waves in the water. So before, I think the Gen 1 version of this mount, it just you know, stuck the deeper wherever it was, and it's not going to move. So it could go underwater, it could be out of the water depending on waves. And this their version 2 from Deeper allows the Deeper to basically stay on top of the water within about a 6-inch tolerance. So that's pretty cool. And then I've just got this little safety lanyard tied onto my seat, make sure just in case this fails or falls off, I don't lose my Deeper. Anyway, so that's my Field Stream Shadowcaster. Kind of a work in process. Super stoked on this X-Wing console. Fills it out nicely. It matches the color scheme, being black, and there's black within the camo on the Shadowcaster. But this is where it sits right now. If you have any questions, ask it in the comments below, and I'll be happy to answer them as best I can. But that is my Shadowcaster. Boom.